Hey everyone, Mr.Weeks here again. Today we're going to talk about multi-step equations, and in particular we're going to talk about equations that have variables on both sides. So, let's jump right in. If I give you the equation 4x minus 5 equals negative 3x plus 30, first question we need to ask ourselves is this: which side has more of my variables, or has the greater number of variables? Is 4 greater than negative 3x? Well, that one's pretty obvious that yes, 4 is greater than negative 3x. So we're going to set up our t-chart just like we always do. And just like we can move our numbers, we can also move our variables. So if I want to get rid of my minus 3x or negative 3x, the easiest way to do that, the only way to do that, is to add 3x to both sides. Because negative 3x plus 3x gives me 0. And again, you don't have to write the 0. I'm just doing it to show you exactly what's going on. And then just bring down everything else that we do not use. So our negative 5, 4x plus 3x gives us our 7x. Alright, so I'm going to copy it down again without my 0 this time. Now we're down to regular two-step equations. So we continue with the t-chart. We're just going to add 5 to both sides. We end up with 7x is equal to 35. Divide both sides by 7. And x is equal to 5. Pretty straightforward stuff, right? I mean, the only thing different is now we're moving variables from one side to another, just like we do with our whole numbers. Alright, skip the page. Alright, let's try another example. See how we do. So, again, let's start with our t-chart. Which side has more of my variables? Is negative 2x greater than 6x? The answer is no, it's not greater than. So we need to move our negative 2x to the other side. The only way to move it, in this case, is to add. Because negative 2x plus 2x gives me 0, leaving me with negative 12 on the left-hand side. So many people forget the negative sign. They just bring the number 12 down. But remember, oops, I want to move it, I want to erase it. We can always go through and add the opposite, so that really is a negative 12. We can see that. So just make sure you bring it down when you bring your numbers down. Alright, so negative 12 equals 6x plus 2x gives me 8x minus 60. And then we're going to add 60 to both sides. So we end up with 8x is equal to 48. Because remember, when we add a negative and a positive, we subtract the two numbers and take the sign from the larger. So 60 minus 12 gives me 48. 60 is a large number, so we take the positive sign. And lastly, divide both sides by 8, and x is equal to 6. It's really not that bad once you get used to just moving your variables, just like you got used to moving your numbers from one side of the equation to the other, by either adding or subtracting, and sometimes multiplying or dividing. Alright, third example, here we go. Alright, I'm going to start with blue. So we've got a negative 7x and a negative 3x. Which one is bigger? Some people might instinctively say, oh, well, 7's bigger than 3. But you got to remember, these are negative numbers. So is it better to owe someone $7, or is it better to owe someone $3? Well, I don't like owing anybody any money, but if I had to owe someone, I would rather owe someone $3. So we want to move our negative 7x to the other side, because negative 3x is bigger than negative 7x. So we add 7x to both sides. We're left with 8 is equal to negative 3 plus 7. Remember, when we add a positive or negative, we subtract the two numbers. So we get 4, and take the sign of the bigger, so it stays positive, plus 36. Bring these things down. Alright. here it's pretty straightforward. Right, subtract 36 from both sides. So 4x is equal to 8 minus 36 gives you what? Negative 28. Sounds good to me. And last but not least, divide by 4. X is equal to negative 7. Alright, that's it for this round. If you have any questions, check your notes. If you didn't take notes, you might want to rewatch the video and write some down. Ask a friend if they've already done it, or if that still doesn't work, please come ask me. Have a great day.